Ajax Union, a B2B digital marketing agency, and I'm particularly excited to talk about artificial intelligence agents. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of an agent. I've run an agency for 15 years called Ajax Union. And in my agency, we do things for clients without them needing to do it. It's called done for you. What are the things that we do for our clients? We do email automation, marketing automation, blogging, search engine optimization, social media management. We do web design. We do web development, landing pages, paid social media, and paid search advertising. We do email newsletters. We do graphic design. We are an agent on behalf of the client and we do things for them. Sometimes we come up with a strategy for them and then we build out all the assets and they don't even need to look at anything. They're like, listen, we trust you. Go ahead and do it. Other times they kind of go in there and help us figure out exactly what they want done. It's not always the same. So my recommendation is building an agent, an artificial intelligence agent, can really be a game changer if you know what you want. They say the right strategy will save you a decade. So, for example, what I would love to do is create a strategy to monitor a certain page on LinkedIn, a certain company page on LinkedIn, for example, for particular text. And then when I get that particular text, then what I can do is I can send it to artificial intelligence and put it into a spreadsheet and then email somebody and then create a tweet about it or whatever I want to do. So once I have the list of tasks that I want done, instead of paying somebody $5, $10, $15, or $20 an hour to do it for me, and they can only do it when they're not sleeping, you can have a robot do this 24/7, also known as an AI agent that will do a particular task. Now, you can have AI agents do really complicated tasks, or you can have AI agents do really simple tasks for you. And I want to be able to show you all the different tasks that you can do with an AI agent today. Now, there are many different things that you can do. For example, you can have an agent send out connection requests for you. It can go ahead and find particular people that are in your target market and send them a connection request for them to connect with you. The AI can also find content ideas and email you content ideas every single day. So think of it in different categories like doing research for you, creating content for you, doing outreach on your behalf, doing customer service, kind of replying to inbound, both on the phone, like the agent. You can set up an agent to pick up the phone for you and have a whole conversation and take actions based on what happened. It can update your CRM for you. So I'd love to hear from you. What are some of the activities that you would like an agent to do for you? And you may not have the ideas for what you want the agent to do for you. And that's why I wrote an article, 23 things you can do with LinkedIn automation. And it's my latest newsletter article. So if you go to my LinkedIn profile, which you'll find somewhere here, or you can just Google my name, Joe Apfelbaum, and you can find my LinkedIn profile, and you'll find 23 LinkedIn automation things you can do with agents. But there are many, many things that you can do with an agent. The question is not what can you do with an agent? The question really is, what do you need done for yourself in your business? Maybe you need an agent that will automatically find you email addresses for a list of connections. So you feed it a list of connections and it goes out and finds you email addresses. Maybe you need an agent to do consistent research on a list of prospects and then provide you with the research that it finds on these prospects to be able to reach out to them and build a relationship. Or it can take a list of all the people that you're going to be talking to in the next week, and then it can do research on those people and then provide you with some information about each person and even update your CRM with the latest news about them, or maybe collect a list of posts in each one of their social channels. Or maybe you have a list of websites that you want organized and you want researched and you want documented. All that is something that you can have artificial intelligence do for you as an agent. Well, I have a little webcam on my laptop right now that when I move around, the webcam kind of follows me around. Like you see, it's following me around now. And I have a mic right over here on my lapel, and this microphone is suppressing noise that's around me, and it's also wireless, so I'm able to stand up and walk around if I want, and the camera will kind of follow me as I stand up and walk around, and I don't have to be connected to the computer. I could walk 100 feet if I was able to walk 100 feet. I could walk 100 feet back, and you will still hear the perfect sound on my LinkedIn Live. And so I'm doing this so when I go to conferences, I can have my laptop set up on a tripod, and then I'm able to just walk around and talk to people, and then I can give them another receiver if I want. So I have two receivers like this. You see, this is the name of the company. And so I have two receivers like this, and so I can interview somebody. I could just clip this on them, either with a magnet, just magnet right over here, or I can give them a lapel mic and properly mic them up, and then we can have a conversation. And both of our sounds from our mouth will go into LinkedIn Live and be able to be perfectly recorded. Which, for me personally, having this type of technology and knowing that I can get it for less than $100, and knowing that I can use it to then have an agent take that information from my LinkedIn channel and then turn it into little clips, and have another agent organize the clips, and have another agent transcribe the clips and then post them on YouTube for me, or post them on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. That's the next level of the agency world. Like, as a marketing agency, knowing that you can have humans do things for people is one thing, but then having the intelligence to understand how to automate robots to go and do things for you, that's the next level. I mean, even having an assistant support you. It's not an agent, but it's an assistant. An agent is doing it for you and consistently doing it for you. An assistant is someone that you communicate with and you ask it to do something, it does it, and it comes back. So it doesn't constantly just do it for you. An agent is the next level of an assistant, where the agent kind of just does it for you every single day. So we will be building agents into Evie AI. And if you want an agent, for example, an engagement agent, an agent that will get you engagement on LinkedIn. How cool would it be to have an engagement agent, or a research agent? An agent that is programmed to do research on a particular list of prospects on a regular basis. And every single day, or every single week, or every single month, how often you set it, it'll go off and do research and come back with whatever research you needed to do, or research in a particular industry, or an idea agent. Imagine you had an idea agent that every single day would look up the trends in the news and give you ideas. How cool would that be? Ideas for posts, or ideas for, say, who you should be messaging today, or what you should be doing, or a strategy. An agent that will go out there and give you ideas for what to do on LinkedIn each day, and give you like a task list, or give your assistant a task list for what to do. Wouldn't that be great to have an agent like do this for you? Would you hire an agent for $1 an hour? Would you literally just pay the agent saying, here you go, here's $1 an hour, go work for me? That's a great question. A lot of people don't think about what it means to have a robot or an agent work for you, to do something for you for a minuscule amount of money. You could have agents on your computer doing things for you automatically, and you can have agents that are on a server. If they're on a server, it's going to cost you some money to host the server. How much is hosting? It depends on what type of hosting you need. Hosting can cost as little as 10 cents an hour, or it can cost as much as $100 an hour, depending on what you want the server to be doing for you and the power of the server. There are GPUs that cost $250,000 that exist. And then there are ones that you could buy in the store for a few $100s. And then you have to pay for electricity for the electricity to work, right? To make the machine work, you need to have electricity. No, it's not just going to work automatically. And so there is going to be some level of cost. And sometimes, if you don't want to pay for it, you can pay for it with data, you can pay for it with advertisements, you can pay for it in many different ways. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you're always paying for it. Like, if you're using ChatGPT for free, you're still paying for ChatGPT. You're just paying because you're using the free version and giving them your data, and then you're basically training it. So that's your form of payment, is you being a lab rat, you being a guinea pig, you being the person that's training their data. If you're using their API, you're not training their data. You're paying for the API, and so you're not training anything. You're just basically working off a model that's your personal model. That's your private information, but you're paying for each token. When you use our AI, Evie AI, you're using the API. We're paying every single time you get a comment written. You get a post written. We're paying for it. Now you might say, Joe, well, you're offering it for free. How are you benefiting? Because a percentage of people that use the free version will then upgrade. And also, the free version is limited to the model. That's a less expensive model, so it doesn't cost us that much. And also, it's limited to how many generations you can have. So once you finish your generations, it's over, and you'll then want to upgrade. And we have over 10,000 people using our AI right now, and a percentage of them over time will be compelled to invest in making sure they have both the assistant and the agent working on their behalf on a regular basis, supporting them. My goal is to have 1 million people use Evie AI every day. My short term goal is to have 30,000 people use Evie AI every day, use LinkedIn every day with the support of artificial intelligence. So now we have 10,000 people. I want to triple that over the course of the next couple of months. And the only way that I could do that is by thinking of ways to be able to enable people to have agents doing things on their behalf outside of LinkedIn, because you want to comply with LinkedIn's terms and conditions. But if I could build an agent outside of LinkedIn that could do something on your behalf that interacts with other people, that's powerful. That interacts with other people with their permission. So think about it like a LinkedIn newsletter. Imagine I was able to create an agent that would automatically send a newsletter to people via email with their permission. They opted in and they automatically get it. But the content generated in the newsletter is not content that you need to create. It's content that's created on your behalf in your voice. And of course, you can see all the content that's generated in advance, because the newsletter is not something that'll just generate it instantly. It could generate it instantly, but you could also create a bunch of newsletters for the future, and you could see it. You could see all the upcoming newsletters, and you can modify them before they go out, or you can stop it or delete it or whatever you want. But if you can see it in advance and it's all based on the content you've already created, then how powerful is that? Think about that for a moment. If you had the technology to use to have an agent working for you to do things for you, what would you do it for you? Now, you may not even think about what you want it to do for you, but I have the ideas because I've been running an agency. And by the way, do you see how my voice is consistent even if I'm back over here, far away from my computer? Or if I get really close, my voice doesn't change. It's because I have this wireless mic um, that I have on me. And this wireless mic will allow me to stand up like this. You see, as I stand up, the AI is kind of following me up, following me, following me, following me. You see that? And now I'm standing. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to stand over here on this side and have this conversation with you. And that's what I'm always trying to improve. And I'm on the go right now. I'm not even in my house. I will be in my house soon, but I'm not in my house right now. And so if I want to walk around my house and still talk to you while I'm on LinkedIn Live, I will now have the ability to literally walk outside, and I'm going to test this out. I'm going to take the camera, put the camera by the window. I'm going to walk outside, and we're going to have a conversation while I'm on LinkedIn Live using a wireless mic and me just talking to you while I'm in my garden. Now, wouldn't that be amazing for you to watch me have a conversation with you while I'm in my garden doing my flowers, and you're just sitting there looking at me? And this is going to be the next level of streaming. The reason I'm investing in this type of technology is because streaming is going to be, according to like Gary Vaynerchuk, who just wrote a book about the attention, the world of attention. Streaming is going to be the thing that everybody's going to be doing, and people are just literally going to have a streaming camera watching them work all day, watching them like do their thing all day, and people are going to pay to watch people spend their day. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have people tuned in. You're going to have people just tuned in to other people just living their life. And I know you might think, oh my God, that's crazy. Why would anyone want to do that? Some people are retired. Some people are bored. Some people actually want heroes to follow. They want to like learn everything about somebody, just like they want to read about somebody's book. just like they want to connect with their characters. And so if you're the type of person that wants to be able to really connect with someone, maybe you want to live with them. Maybe you want to live in their environment and see what they're up to and just see how they think. Maybe it's entertaining for you. Imagine you're living alone and you'd like to have a bunch of roommates, but you don't want the roommates living with you. You want to be able to turn off the roommates anytime you want. Now you can tune in to specific personalities that you want to be with, seeing everything that they're doing, and you're kind of like living with them, but you're not living with them, and you're anywhere in the world. So if I wanted to tune into my friend David or my friend Sally, and I want to tune into their life to see what they're up to, what they're doing, whatever it is, maybe I would pay to have access to their feed that is always streaming. And so I can see what they're up to and possibly engage with them in some way. And this is coming. This is like the next level of, people just streaming their life away or streaming, what they do for a living on a regular basis. So you're going to have cameras that people kind of set up that watches you work all day or watches you do whatever it is, code or cut flowers or whatever it is, and learning what technologies you need in order to set yourself up to be able to do that. For me, I think is important for people to kind of like learn, how does that work? If I wanted to get involved in that world, how does that work? And so understanding AI agents, AI automations, AI assistants, learning how to stream, learning how to have a voice. A lot of people, they're afraid of public speaking. I would say most people are. I know that I was deathly afraid of public speaking not too long ago. And I had to learn that, hey, this is all about my own personal development. I was actually afraid of what people thought about me. I was afraid of not being perfect. I was afraid that I wasn't enough, like that whatever I had to share wasn't enough. Now I know all those were just voices in my head that are not me. And when you overcome that, you have this level of freedom. You have this level of just being able to just be yourself and really be able to share your message authentically with the world and make an impact and make a difference for people. For me, I'm on a mission to help people be able to have a voice with artificial intelligence. So I need to learn all these technologies so I can teach them to people. Yesterday, somebody got on the phone with me and he asked me, he said, Joe, okay, so you get 30,000 people on Evi AI. Who cares? Who cares? Why do you want to impact people? Like, so what then? What are you going to do then? I said, I'm going to go deeper with those people. I'm going to make a difference more. I'm going to make more of a difference for those people. He's like, and then what? I said, and then I'm just going to be present with that, with the reality, with the joy that I have, just like I'm present with you right now. And he's like, is that enough? I said, yeah, being present is enough. All we have is the now. We don't have tomorrow. We don't have yesterday. I know a lot of people worried about what happened yesterday, but yesterday doesn't exist anymore. Yesterday happened already. Yesterday's gone. What happened yesterday. And what's going to happen tomorrow, you're not in control of. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. The whole world could implode. The whole thing could end. You can end. Your heart could stop beating. So you worried about what might happen tomorrow? Of course, you want to prepare for the future. You want to have goals. But knowing that you are in control of your present moment, that you can choose joy in every moment, that's powerful. That is a powerful way of being. So that's what I have to share with you today. Hopefully you enjoyed this conversation and you saw the way I stood up, the way I walked around, the way I did stuff, and yeah, I'm excited. Oh, so I have this community that I built called the Engaged Thought Leaders Community. If you don't have a community that you're part of, if you want to be a thought leader, if you want to be active on LinkedIn, and you don't particularly have a community that you're part of, this is a really great community that I've built. We have 25 people in the community. It's very niche. Not everyone's going to be around in the community forever. Some people kind of get busy and they don't have the time to be part of it. And I really want the people that are in the community to actually be engaged. And so we do have room for more people. If it's something that you're interested in kind of joining, where you have many people that kind of have your back, if you want 24 people that will have your back on a daily basis, looking at your content, supporting you, getting to know you, building a relationship with you, leave a comment on this video and let me know that you're interested in learning more about it. Just write, I want to learn more about the Engaged Thought Leaders community. And I'd be more than happy to send you details. There's a form that you fill out, And after you fill out that form, I take a look at it. Maybe I have a conversation with you, see if you qualify for it. And if you're interested, just let me know. Also, if you're watching this video and you got any value at all, give it a like. Maybe give it a heart or a light bulb. I'd love to see, or maybe a round of applause, one of those green round of applause that you can do on LinkedIn. I would love to see you in my comments, letting me know what type of agent. Would you use an agent? Would you not use an agent? Curious to know what you think about agents in general. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly share my screen and just show you what's possible in terms of what you can do. Let me just share a particular screen. I'm going to drag. So I put a second monitor up over here. I have two monitors, and I'm going to be sharing my second monitor. I got a monitor that I can take with me on the go, believe it or not. There you go. Now I just shared this little monitor over here, and I'm actually going to change this to be here, so I'm on the bottom right here. You like that? You like that? All right, let me look up over here and see what's cooking. So I'm going to click on notifications. That's the first thing. See what notifications I have. This is my notifications on LinkedIn. Now, if I want to zoom in a little bit, I can right click. Let me see. Right clicking doesn't allow me to zoom. Let me see if there's like a zoom option over here. You see there's a zoom option here, so I can do 100%, 110, 125, 150. Okay, so I just zoomed 150 here. So these are my notifications over here from people. So you see Bill Gates just commented over here. See that? And what did he say? He said, geothermal energy is used to be a niche source of energy for volcanic research like Iceland. But this company is making geothermal more accessible and more cost effective. So now what I'm going to write a comment. I'm going to click on Evi AI. Evi AI is going to load. It's going to ask me what type of comment do I want to leave. I said I'm going to leave a quote because that's my persona, to write a quote. And now I'm going to insert that quote. And I'm going to press post. And as you can see, I just posted which is really funny, on Bill Gates' post, I posted a quote from Steve Jobs. Geothermal is the future. You see that? And then innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. And Steve Jobs is the founder of Apple, who's a competitor. He passed away already, but he's a competitor of Bill Gates. I just gave him his 500th like over here. So I'm going to go back to my profile here. And I want to show you something on my profile. So when I go live, my entire video, my entire banner shows my live here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, and you see I have featured posts, I have activity. I'm going to click on show all posts, and then I'm going to scroll down, and you can see over here is I have comments. These are the comments that I left. So you can see how many comments I leave. Bill Gates. I have videos. These are the videos that I post. So I just posted a video yesterday, a 30-second video, a minute video. Here's a 10-minute video. You see that? Then I have images. These are the images that I publish on LinkedIn. I have lots of images, both of myself and just in general, graphics designed images. Then if you click more, you'll see I have a newsletter. I have articles, newsletters, events, and so on. The events are where all my LinkedIn Lives are. So if you're interested in watching more LinkedIn Lives, then definitely check out my events. But over here it says 23 ways to use a robot on LinkedIn with artificial intelligence. So let me quickly just go through these 21 ways to use a robot on LinkedIn with AI automation. So you might be wondering, what in the world? Robots? Agents? We just taught a class on how to deploy a robot, and the people who attended our class were blown away by what you can do on LinkedIn. This is an article that will show you 23 things that you can do with a robot daily on LinkedIn. By the way, the homework for the class was to deploy a robot that sends an email once daily to 3 LinkedIn connections, 1 every day for free, or every week if you prefer. Why would you email 3 people? Well, remind them to comment on your post. Why not have a robot remind people that you want to be reminded, who want to be reminded via email? So think about that. And then I say, here are 23 strategies. And yes, the image above was created with AI. So this is the image I'm talking about. The image above was created with AI. And we teach you how to do this inside our AI circle. So we have a monthly meeting, which is 3 hours long. at evergreen.com/AI circle. And if you want to watch the last 2 automation classes, also join the school community. We have a school community AI automation. So I'm going to click on this AI circle just to kind of show you what's here. This is our Evergreen AI Business Development Circle. And if you scroll down, it explains what we do. And if you go further, this video is 3 hours long. You can sit here and watch this video, and you can get tons of education about how this program works to help you be able to succeed with artificial intelligence, specifically around the concept of business development. So if I scroll down over here, it says school.com/AI automation. This is our AI automation community. See that? We have an entire community over here with lots of interests and conversations and people talking about their target market and how to use automation and all that stuff. Okay, now if I go back over here, we go through these 23 things very quickly. So we're going to go through that. So first of all, there's a couple rules for LinkedIn. Don't spam, don't spam, don't spam, don't spam. Okay, so you can create a custom strategy. You can create an invite and follow-up strategy. You can create a messaging sequence, which is a sequence of messages, follow-up messages for first-degree connections. You can export profile information. You can do an in-mail sequence. So these are to people that you're not connected to on LinkedIn. You can do a messaging sequence via events, so that people that register to a particular event, you can send them a message sequence. You can do a message sequence to people that are in the same group as you. You can do a warm-up, invite, and follow-up. You could scrape messaging history. You could do an invite first-degree connections. You can invite a person to an event. So this is really interesting, and being able to invite people to events is really next level. You can invite first connections to a group. You can endorse first connections. You can extract a list of organizations. You can like and comment posts and articles. You can boost posts. You can follow specific profiles. You can invite and reach out to people via email. You can do a messaging chain to warmed up first degree connections. You can send a person to enriching services. So what does it mean to enrich? It means to add someone's email and phone number and other contact information. You can visit profiles and extract the information that's on their profiles. You can find profile emails. You can remove first degree connections. So these are 23 things that you can do. Why would you want to remove connections? Well, if you take a look at me, I currently have lots of connections on LinkedIn. I have 29,800. I had 30,000 the other day, and people wanted to connect with me. I have lots of people that want to connect with me. Check this out. If I click on see all, I have 1,011 people that want to connect with me. You see that? These are all the people that want to connect with me. And so I also want to connect with these people, but I can't connect with them simply because I have too many connections. You see that? And if I want to reply to these people, I can reply to them. I can message them. So in this case, I'm over here. I'm going to say, Grant, have you used Evie AI? Okay, so this is me replying to his message. He sent me a message saying, I'd love to help you scale your solopreneur business. I don't have a solopreneur business, but obviously he's using automation or something. If I go to his profile over here, I see he's an executive coach in Atlanta that is looking for clients. See that? He's posting on LinkedIn. He posted 4 hours ago. And I want him to know that he definitely, he looks like he used to be director of sales and marketing. And he worked for MakerBot. Wow. For 4 years, he worked for them in 2017 through 2019. He was also an inside salesperson for MakerBot. Look at that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say accept. I'm going to say, by the way, I saw you worked for MakerBot in sales. Did you know we worked Okay, so now I just accepted the connection request and I'm having a conversation with this guy. If I click on contact info here, I'm able to see there's no contact info. But if I refresh the page, let me see what happens if I refresh. There's still no contact information. However, let me click again. Sometimes when you go to somebody's website, like over here, he has a Tumblr page. Sometimes you're able to see more information about the person, like their contact information. They sometimes put it on their website. Sometimes they put it on their Twitter. This account doesn't exist. Interesting. I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on save credit, save contact. See if I can grab his business email address over here. If I can't find his business address over here, which it seems like it's having a hard time finding it, I'm going to go to the top here. I'm going to use this other tool, and I'm going to hit save. See if I can grab his business email from here. I do not see his business information here either. I wasn't able to pick it up from here or there. So it's neither here nor there. Let me see in his about section of his emails here. He doesn't have an about section on LinkedIn. So this might even be a spam account. Not sure if it is or it isn't, but the fact that he's posting, let's see, Grant. I'm going to say, did you get my message? Now I tagged him so he'll get a notification. Just like that. What did he write over here? They're increasing their pricing. So there's a bunch of things that are not okay with his profile, which leads me to suspect that maybe he either A, he's not paying attention, or B, it's not a real account. In that case, I'll just remove him. But it looks like he worked for the same company that we worked for, and it looks like he has real videos of himself over here, which is great. I'm going to review some of these videos, and it looks like you can really use my help with his LinkedIn. So I want to help him out. That's why I sent him this message. Let me see if I was able to pick up anything here. No email. You see, it couldn't pick up anything. Now, there are other tools that I can use to find out his contact information. I'm not going to pull those up right now, but there are other tools, and there are also AI agents that I could deploy to do research on him. Like, for example, if I wanted to say, okay, look at the top 20 results of LinkedIn and try to find somebody that has his name and his company name. In this case, his company name is Greg Parker Coaching. His name and his company name. And let's see, and find me his email address. So it'll go like doing this type of research like that. You see, this is obviously him. And it'll try to find his email. And you can see it says over here, want to learn more, email at grantparkercoaching.com. So I'm gonna copy his email address. And then I'm gonna put it in here just like this. I'm gonna hit save. And I'm gonna send him an email. And I'm gonna say, did you work at MakerBot? Grant, thanks for connecting on LinkedIn. I saw you reached out, and I have some comments about your profile. If you are open to my comments, send me your cell, and I'll give you a buzz. Hit send. Okay, so that's kind of like the attention to detail that I have. So if I want to turn Grant into a client or really support him and help him out, you got to take that level of detail of going into a person and taking the time to actually do a Google search for them. And if I want to set up a call with him, look at that, set up a call. Now I have a Calendly link. You see that? I have the opportunity to just to just book a call with him. So if I want to book a call for Friday, I see his calendar is wide open on Friday. I could look at my calendar and I could book a call with him. That was just simply from a Google search. So most people don't take the time to just Google search a person. The first Google search that I did was not a great Google search. Nothing came up for it. The second Google search that I did came up with a lot of really great details about him. And over here, I see that he's on LinkedIn, on YouTube, but he has 7 subscribers on YouTube. So I could definitely help him out with that as well to get more subscribers to his YouTube channel. And I see that he did this a month ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago. You see, he's been pretty active. So he definitely can use my help on the YouTube front, on the branding front, on the LinkedIn front. There's a lot ways that I can really support him. So I would just set up a call with him right then and there, build a relationship with him, and get to know him. Now, there is another thing that you can do over here to find out somebody's contact information, which is you can do this. You can go here, type in whois.sc/that. So what you can do is you can find somebody's information based on their website URL. You just have to say, I'm not a robot. Press go. And if they didn't do privacy, sometimes people don't do private, sometimes they do private. This domain is not registered, it says. One registrar. I don't know why it says it's not registered, but it looks like it's registered on Google. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to say Google who is. Can't load my domains right now. Let's see. Let's use whois.com. Here I have a phone number. So he built it on Wix, it looks like, and he's using domain privacy. You see that? So a lot of the times people they buy it through, let's say, GoDaddy or whatever, and they put all their personal information over here. In this case, he did not. But over here it shows that information for that person in that way. But you can get right into his calendar using his Calendly link, which he doesn't advertise on his LinkedIn. And sometimes if you remove the end of this, you can see specialty meeting types, and sometimes it has his contact information. In this case, it doesn't. It only has one meeting type. But also another thing is sometimes when you book a meeting with someone, it actually gives you their contact information as well. So that's another way to get their contact information, like their email and their cell phone number and so on. So you can book a meeting with them to kind of get that contact information as well. All right. Well, hopefully you found this helpful. If you found this helpful, give it a like, leave a comment, let me know the value that you got from this. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Looks like Rick liked this. Thank you, Rick, for the like. Appreciate it. If you're watching this, thanks for the like. And hopefully you watch this and you hit the repost button if you think that you got some value from it. And I look forward to seeing you in our next session. I'm going to be doing, I said I would do 244 LinkedIn Lives this year. It's already half the year is done. I did 80 to, this is 81, 82, something like that. I don't know if I'm actually going to get to 200, but 244, but let's just see. Let's take it one day at a time. Let's see if we can get to 100 first before the 6 months mark is up. In order for me to do 244, to be on pace to do 244, in the first 6 months, I would have had to do 122, right? Because 122 and 122 is whatever. So in the next month, I have to do from 82 to 122. So I'd have to do 22 plus, I don't know, I would have to go live like 40 more times in the next month in order for me to kind of catch up. I might do that. I might just do that. Let me know if you would be game to watching those. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Appreciate it. And I'll I want to remind you that building AI agents are going to help you be able to tap into AGI when AGI comes out. Now, you might be wondering, what is AGI and what are you talking about? AGI is artificial general intelligence. That's when AI can think for itself and you don't have to prompt it anything and it just knows everything. That's coming. Probably in the next 2 years, we're going to have AGI. Once AGI is out there, people are going to build the most incredible agents that are going to be doing the most incredible things. So if you want to be ready for AGI, what you need to do is learn how to build AI agents today without AGI using your intelligence. And then when AGI comes out, you'll have all the different agents that you already built that you plug AGI into it. And then you have agents that people are using. Millions of people are using those agents that you already built. If you want ideas for the types of agents you can build, check out Phantom Buster, check out Bardeen, check out Make.com, Zapier. They have tons of ideas there. And if you want to join our community, we actually build the robots every week. So we have a community, an AI automation community, where we sit down, we're building these AI agents together. So if you want to join that, let me know. I'll see you guys on the other side. Boom.